and do a few more tweaks to the plane. So if somebody would stop playing a game so loud over there.
Did you hear that?
Yes, quite well. So I'm here with the Eclipson Model Y 3D printed airplane. The Model Y kind of sounds like an automobile, but you know, in this case, it's a rather nice looking airplane. And in my last video, I went through the process and procedures of putting it together and printing it out. And the Eagle Eye people may note that I've actually painted the wingtips now. They've got some nice detailing, so give it some bit of character. So we are ready to fly. It's a pretty good day. Let's see how she does. I just couldn't resist. Yeah. I had to test the nose suspension just one more time. The first flight would be a 3-cell 1.3 amp hour battery. One last control check. So aileron check, direction's good, elevator's good, rudder. All right. Three printed wheels seem to do okay. A little noisy, but despite the noise, the wheels had enough grip for effective steering. She taxis out. Noisy thing. All right. Here goes nothing. Ease in the power and see what she does. Oh, she's up. It's up pretty quick. A little bit of down trim, a little right trim. Then I got a surprise request.
Can you land and do another takeoff?
Cameraman requests another landing. It seems Jeff, the cameraman, was having some camera issues. So I had to make a quick and slightly unsteady landing. Oops. Which hurt more than my pride. Oh, did I break something?
When you took off?
Oh, the wheel's off! Jeez. Yeah, land and take off. After some choice words with the cameraman, I made a quick field repair. Rebending the wire axles more carefully this time, I reinstalled the wayward wheel with a handy pocket tool. Noisy thing. All right, ready? Let's hope Jeff is ready this time. Well, at least I had a smoother takeoff. And she's up and flying. Actually, handles really pretty nice. That's really nice. Elevator's probably a little bit sensitive. Let's try a climb. So, peters out a little bit, but not bad. 8.6 prop, pretty good. Not unlimited vertical, but scoots along pretty nicely. Next, I needed to test the slow speed handling. So I'm gonna bring it around. Try a stall. Okay, power off. Whoa. Oh, she spun a bit on me. Oh, that was close. Oh. I came very close to hitting the ground that time. I feared a CG problem. I'm gonna bring her in, give it a little bit more nose weight. For an extra margin of safety, I made it faster than normal approach. Get some throttle in. Which made the landing a little more exciting than I had anticipated. Down. Ah! Nope. So after a little bit of a hairy stall test, I decided to move the CG forward a little bit. I thought it was on nose, but just to be cautious and conservative, I shoved the battery a little bit more forward and some of the electronics more forward. So we're gonna give it another shot, see how she goes. Would the CG change help? I was about to find out. All right, we're back up. A little bit of trim. All right, another stall test. Easy, 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 easy. Oh, drops that wing again. Better, but not great. So the right wing likes to drop a little bit. That's interesting. Because it seems to fly just fine. Feeling a bit more confident, I decided to throw her around a bit. All right, let's bring her around. Try a roll. Yeah, roll's really nice. Other direction. Try a loop. Yeah, seems to loop just fine. Yes, I was finally getting the feel for the model when I had another great idea. We'll do a knife edge. Whoa! I think it was the canopy. Whoops! Hey, still fly just fine. Canopies are overrated anyways. Ooh, neat. Kind of a snap. All right, guess I'll come in. We lost the canopy. Oh, time to land. Extra nose weight does seem to have it settle in a little better. Tokyo Drift. Well, nice thing about these planes, you can just reprint the pieces. So, after another night on the workbench making repairs, it was back out to the field for more flight testing. Okay, so I'm on a second outing of flying the Eclipson Model Y 3D printed plane, and after losing the canopy on the last flight, I decided to take her home and do a little bit of tweaks to the plane before taking her out again. So one of the first things I did was I changed the prop. The other prop was okay, but it was an APC slow flight prop, so I thought I'd put on an extra real 9x6 prop on there. That was a true electric prop, not a slow fly one, just to give it a little more oomph. And also, of course, since the canopy came off, I decided to actually make besides printing a new canopy, of course, which is really convenient, I actually made a little keeper pin that kind of locks the canopy in place. I sort of neglected to do that the first time because I thought the friction fit was good, but it turns out it wasn't very good. So, and thirdly, I wasn't quite happy with the CG, so I'm actually going to use a larger battery this time. I used a 1.3 milliamp hour 1.3 amp hour battery, that is, and I think it just wasn't quite heavy enough, and I don't want to add weight, so I had a 1.8 amp hour battery that was kind of weak, it's kind of old, so I want to kind of go for it all and try a 2.2 amp hour battery, or 2200 milliamp hour battery. It's a couple ounces heavier than what I was using before, but at least it moves the CG quite a bit farther forward, and the plane seemed to fly pretty good as it was, so I think the little extra weight's not going to be all that big of a problem. So we're going to see how she does with these changes, and let's try her out. With the battery installed and a quick CG check, it was time to commit flight. We're crossing in today. And she's up. Performance with the new prop was noticeably better, but something didn't quite sound right. All right. Not too bad, even with the heavier battery pack. Got a bit of a vibration. Must remember to check that later. Let's see what's up with that. Let's give her another stall test. Slow her down. Power off. Back in the elevator. Yeah, she drops that wing again. Very odd. Huh. Otherwise, it's a nice flying plane. Gonna have to admit defeat on that one. I'm not quite sure why it's dropping the wing. It could be when I assembled it, maybe something is not quite straight, but it flies just fine. Admitting defeat, I proceeded to explore the flight envelope some more. Try invert it again. Does a good job inverted. I found that as long as I was easy on the elevator, I could perform all the basic aerobatic maneuvers. I was starting to have a pretty good time with the Eclipson. Oh, they're kind of snapped out of the loop. Got a rattle.
Sounds pretty bad.
Yeah. I really need to do something about that rattle. So I think I got a prop out of balance. But upright, it's a really nice flying plane. A kind of sort of knife edge. Yeah, look at that. Kind of. Time to throw in a quick touch and go for fun. Look up, try stall turn. That's a nice stall turn. Snap roll. Try snap to the right. Our best landing yet. Tokyo drift. Oh. And worst text. But she's down and in one piece. Not a bad flight. Back in the pits, I had a couple of curious visitors. Yeah, this is entirely 3D printed. It's two different types of plastic. You got what they call PLA, polylactic acid. It's sort of a biodegradable plastic. And they got ABS, which is sort of what Legos are made out of, which is the landing gear is that ABS for a little extra durability.
That has to be sturdy.
Yeah, yes. I mean, a little bit more sturdy. And it's printed in pieces. You can see in the lines here where it's assembled. So the printer is only so big. And so they designed it so that you can print it in pieces. You assemble together, glue it together with super glue.
Nice. You buy the drawings online and then you just print it?
Yeah, you buy a file.
Yeah.
It's a set of files. So, what do I think of the Eclipson Model Y? Well, I generally think it's actually a pretty nice plane. It prints and assembles relatively quickly and easy. I also like the looks and many of the design features. Servo access is great and only needs a modest power setup to fly well. My only concern is that I could never really get rid of the very sharp tip stall. I'm not sure if it is typical of the design or just an issue with my particular model. So this did cause me to be a bit conservative on how I flew the model, however. Other than that, the model handled actually quite nicely and it was very easy to fly. My power setup was adequate, but I do think I would have liked just a little bit more power in the form of a higher kV motor. But as you can see, even with a 180 watt motor, it did the job quite well. I also think the company should offer other files for separate wheels and tires so that you can print your own flexible filament tires. But that's just my opinion. So I kind of had a little incident.
An incident?
Yeah, structural integrity was compromised. So after filming the major flight shots, I decided to take her up for a few more times just to get some onboard in-air shots when the motor blew off in flight. We weren't filming, so I don't have any external footage other than the onboard camera you see here. So you remember the motor vibrations I mentioned earlier in the video? Yeah, well, this is what happens when you ignore it for too long. The battery was ejected after the motor ripped off and I lost all control. I must mention that this is totally my fault. I knew I was tempting fate with excessive prop vibrations, and I thought I could just squeeze in a couple more quick flights with the issue. As you can see, I was wrong. Except for the battery, which was lost in the field somewhere. All the electronics survived. So all I had to do is print out another fuselage and wings. The cost of the plastic filament is extremely low, so I only need to invest a little bit of time to get another airframe. This is the real advantage of 3D printed models. A few clicks of the button to make the parts, and then a single night of assembly, and you have a new plane. You know, I think I just might like living in the 21st century. I meant to do that.